Hey, what's up, folks? This is the deal. This is Body Rocking Combos. I'm Javier Morales, and right now I'm about to just freestyle a quick rant. I know most of them right now look like a freestyle, but it takes a little while. But I do kind of have a little side note that I look at right now. It's just off the top of the dome. Speaking of the dome, let's talk about the land of the Astrodome. That's here, Houston, Texas. Well, Baytown, but still the same county, Houston, Harris. Man, there's a guy in my city that says he's a killer, says he ain't scared, says that he wants the best, and he's gonna do this and he's gonna do that. That he's a lion. And he's the greatest in the division now. But I don't see it. I don't see it. A lot of others do. Makes no sense to me. And I'm going to talk about why I don't see it. And how it's pretty much all hype. You know, and I just like to give my little point of view real quick. And if you like it, you don't. Hey, hit that little dislike. You can hit that dislike as many times as you want. You watch my video, I don't care. Matter of fact, go ahead and share it, and go ahead and bump them on there all you can while you share it. Matter of fact, why don't you subscribe and keep talking mess on my channel, because it'd be fun, you know. And if I get a little live stream action going one day, hopefully we can set up a debate, a talk, a scream, a yell, whatever. Is what it is, player. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that boy Jamal Charlo ducking Canelo Alvarez. And he came out with the video this weekend after Canelo dominated Smith, 168, number one champion, WBA champion, Ring Magazine champion. So Canelo gets out there versus a guy who hovers over him, experienced, young, hungry, and they said Canelo was going to avoid him. Didn't want any of that action. Those LDBC channels, right? When Canelo fought Rocky Fielding after coming off of the Gennady fights and, you know, fighting top competition, and took a little, not even a tune-up fight, more of a showcase fight, right? Because he was just signed to DAZN. And y'all know what a showcase fight is, those who follow boxing, you know. It's a showcase fight. It's something to show a network wants to put on where they know you're going to dominate and look good, right? Funny thing is, we're talking about Canelo Alvarez. You know, at this moment, I believe every active fighter, he'll dominate and look good. But we'll talk about that here in a little bit, right? Now, you can say what you want to say about Canelo's career. You could try to downplay his wins. You could try to downplay his whole career, asterisks, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to say, the man. But I need you to do me a favor. Compare Jamal and Canelo's resume, and compare age, year, and opponent. And then get that opponent and then check the ranking. I wish I would have checked man, I forget the guy's name. He did a show, did a YouTube show where he gets his Excel and does it right. He posts these boxers on there compared to Canelo and what they're doing and this and that. Jamal, I mean, I said this before. I said, dude, Canelo was fighting. I just didn't have an Excel to do it. I mean, I guess I should do a PowerPoint one day, But I get my editing system up, man. I'll handle the business and we'll look at it. And that way, I can show you what I see and what others see. Honestly, about how Charlo has nothing for Canelo. Nothing. I don't care what Ego says. I don't care what Dante says. I don't care what 7-8, Blue Blood, Fannin. Man, those guys are so full of it, man. They just know what they need to say so the sheep will follow them. That's it. That's it. If a guy's saying something that makes you feel good and you constantly go and you just want to hear him say it, this and that, who does that? Broads do that. Females do that. Girls do that. Women do that, right? And when a man talks, man, you know what I want to say, man. You know what I want to say. But when a man spits little words and you like what he says and you keep running back like a broad, you know what you are? Yeah, all right. But, all right, Orlando Cruz. This is a boxing channel. Y'all know what that is. So anyway, to the Orlando Cruzes of the LDBC who like them little whispers to get them all excited and tell them what they want to hear, Hey, we're going to talk facts. We're going to talk reason. We're going to talk logic. We're going to talk boxing. Not fanboyism. Not little man crushes. None of that. We're going to talk what's real, right? And this is what's real. Your boy has been fighting trash, guarantee wins, whatever you want to call it, gimme fights, his whole career. His whole career, right? I'm not saying he's a bad fighter. He's good. He has talent, right? He's not on Canelo's level. Nowhere near it. He's got a lot to go. And that's why I believe his team turned down that offer that Oscar was talking about, and that his brother happened to so point out that use a hoe for turning down Oscar. You know what I mean? Or it would have been better, use a hoe for turning down the low. Should have went with that. I'd have been like that boy with that birthmark on his head and in his mama's basement with the shades lit up, whatever. That's what I need to do. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put a little flat brim, my shades. 30-something-year-old man, 37-year-old man, talking like a child, acting like a female cheering on another man. Anyway, man. So, this cat comes out with the video, right? Jamal Charlo, comes out with the video saying, I never seen a contract. What you mean, man? I mean, they offered you the fight, right? Hey, man, you, Canelo, May. You ready? Whether he said or his team said he ain't ready, I doubt it was for the money. Because if they saying, you're hearing two things. 10, 12. You know, the man, like Daniel Jacobs says, hasn't touched M's before. He ain't seen M's. Ain't touched M's. You know that. Everybody's seen that video. I don't know. I'll see if I find it. I'll put it in the description where he's right there bumping him, right? Bumping his lips and talking about Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs walks up on him. And you see that little demeanor change, right? You see Daniel Jacobs walk up to him like a man, and then you see this little boy who barks and don't bite. All that barking got silent. All that bark got silent, and he looked a little odd. He looked a little soft. That's what I seen. I seen that boy look soft when a man walked up to him. And all that trying to act fly in front of his boys didn't mean much anymore, right? Because now it was time to take that test. And I'll be honest with you, he could have said whatever he wanted. Daniel Jacobs wasn't going to do anything. He wouldn't. Nothing was really going to go on. They weren't going to box right there. And we're going to scrap. But he still caught it. He still caught that. You know? So this man was fighting people ranked at 165, while Canelo was fighting the number one super welterweight, 155 pounder, Austin Trout, who the number one man that these LDBC guys love to have his sweaty sack on their face on a regular basis, bruising up their chin. Floyd Mayweather is telling him to fight Trout, right? So he fights Trout. While what's Charlo doing? What's Jamal Charlo doing? Was he fighting? Oh, was that 2013? Hey, do the research real quick. I can do it. You want me to do it? I'm all right. Take my word for it. He fought on nobody. He's been fighting nobody. Who's fighting nobody? Nobody's doing it now. How he fought Derevyanchenko? Somebody must have suckered him into that one. But anyway, hey, he did his thing with Derevyanchenko. Hey, it's cool. Every test that man's taken, he's failed, and he's pretty much a punching bag. I mean, I like the technician. He did good. Hey, he beat your boy Golovkin. Golovkin got the nod, but I believe he beat Golovkin. But truth of the matter is, Golovkin got the win. So hey, that's a loss. He took a loss. Apparently, he didn't do enough to get that win. Korobov handled his business just like I say about Derevyanchenko getting robbed. Korobov got robbed versus Jamal Charlo, right? And I heard excuses like, Jamal Charlo, man, well, Korobov is a southpaw, and he wasn't ready for a southpaw. Dog, he was supposed to fight William Monroe, who is southpaw. But he failed the drug test, so they ended up going ahead and telling some guy from 168 to, hey, man, you need to lose 8 pounds in a week or so, and come in here. That's an advantage to them, right? And he got his ass handed to him. He got it. He lost. Jamal Charlo lost that fight. Plain and simple. Once I get my editing system up, I will show you what I mean by he lost. Right? Then he fights. So he didn't train for a southpaw, but again, his opponent was a southpaw, is a southpaw, has always been a southpaw, and that excuse didn't, it doesn't hold any water, just like all their other excuses or reasons or whatever you want to call them, excuses. Anyway, for the man to say that he wants to fight Canelo Alvarez, sure doesn't seem like it. And for all his little cheerleaders that say that he was his mandatory for so long or whatever, he never was. He never was Canelo's mandatory. And this whole idea of him running Canelo out of the 154 and he did this and that, man, again, check the competition levels. All right, check who this man was fighting and check who Canelo was fighting. Right, check the opposition. Big names, title holding champions versus low on the list level gimmies. We're tuning you up to learn and testing you out so we can kind of guide you and see what you need versus this type of style fighter when they're building their fighter. Jamal Charlo was being built while Canelo was out fighting greats, right? Top dogs, and they were barely learning him. Understand this. It's in black and white. It's in paper. It's for real, right? Get your emotions out of there, right? Stop praying that he's gonna send you a dick pic and a Valentine's letter with a box of chocolate. You know what I mean? It's not gonna happen. And a little teddy bear so you can hug him, you know, with his cologne. You know what I mean? Chill out. Understand the facts. And understand that he did turn down that fight because he and his team know that he is not ready. He can go on social media, he can do this and he can do all that, talking about he's ready and Canelo can send him. Man, hold up. All that ain't doing. Yeah, you got your cheerleaders rooting for you, right? And they ask Canelo, hey, what about Charlo? Like, yeah, when I get to it, you know, whenever it comes up. Sure, why not? You know, oh, he's a great fighter, he's good, you know, he gives his little compliments, he does his thing. Hey, that's a champion mentality right there. That's respectful, you know? That's how you should act, you know? Respectful, man. Hey, when he gets his, you know, when the time comes right now, I got my thing I'm going to do at 168. I'm going to unify. Hey, if he comes up, he wants to fight, we can make that happen. That'd be a great fight. He's a great fighter. You know, all due respect. Come on, man. Let's do it. You know, let's handle it. I mean, I believe I beat him. If, you know, he wasn't to prove me wrong, let's do that. Right? Simple as that. English or Spanish, I'll translate it, whatever you want. But Charlo don't do that. What does he do? Like a child, dog, like a child. Or like a child looking at his phone, getting hyped up over little comments of people that are all over him. You know? What's that about, man? Oh, this is champ shit. This is champ shit. Yo, man, this is champ shit. Y'all hear that? Hey, is that cool or what? Is that cool, guys? Champ shit? Huh? Y'all seen that video? That little video that he made? Where he was just like talking or whatever. He said something like, "Nah, I ain't scared of nobody, go to blah blah blah. Man, this is champ shit. I'm a champ." After they gave him, after Canelo got elevated to franchise champion WBC, elevated because he's done so much of the sport. They want him to be able to do as he pleases and fight who he pleases, big names, and not be tied down to a mandatory. I think they're gonna do it for him in the 168. Watch, he's talking about fighting Yildirim because it's a mandatory. Yeah, I'll fight that. Why not? I'll fight him in February, May. Fight Plant. You know, hopefully in September, get Andre. I hope Andre fights Billy Joe Saunders, and then in December fight hopefully Charlo. Oh, please, Lord. I'll light candles. I'll go to church. I'll go to church every day in 2021 if, you know, we can get Jamal Charlo, Canelo at the end of the year. Matter of fact, man, I'll start going to church now if we can get it in January. We can get it in February or whatever. I mean, whenever, as fast as possible. I want to see that fight. With my luck, I end up getting hit by a train right before that fight. The fight I want to see most. And don't believe them. Don't believe Dante and Ego where they're like the Canelo fans don't want to see that fight. They don't want to see that fight. They don't want to see the Super Bowl of the fight. How's it the Super Bowl? Who is this guy that you slurping up for no reason? Huh? Y'all look like it's Jessica Alba, man. Hold up, man. Chill out, dude. It's a dude, man. Like that guy on that little video clip for that show Atlanta. I never seen it, but I seen the video clip. And then they explained to me that it was a show called Atlanta, and he's trying to holler at this what he thinks is a broad in an all-man jail cell. That's how y'all look. Y'all talking about this. Y'all talking about this man like he's a broad, like he's a female, hyping him up. With no evidence. Like, man, you got a little crush on him, man. All right, man. Leave it at that. All right, cool, man. You ain't gotta, just because you knocking it down, don't mean you gotta. Your friends need to approve, man. That's you. You don't need me to give you the okay. She fine. Hey, if you feel like she fine, man, that's your opinion, right? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. My dime piece ain't necessarily your dime piece. Another man's trash is another man's treasure, vice versa. I guess your treasure's my trash. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say for now. 22 minutes into it. I got a lot of other things to talk about. Man, clear as day. Golovkin. It's another thing, right? Golovkin. He was mandated to fight Charlo. You tell me Golovkin ducked Charlo? Yeah. After he got his ass handed to him by Canelo, they mandated him to fight Jamal. Not Canelo. They mandated him to fight, to give Canelo a reason or give him another bout. As soon as he, either Triple G, and they thought Triple G would beat Charlo. I guess Triple G didn't think so. Either way, man, I'm out. I'm done. Charlo, he's lying only, not lion like roaring. He's just a barking mutt.